Good morning, YouTube. Quick update on what I'm up to. I'm doing some wall hangings, basically, fabric collage type. I've just prepped, well, as yesterday I did this one, and also yesterday I made an awesome video, a process video on making this one. Tried my skills at editing. Space Invaders in, so we might get a cat in a minute. Yeah, did some editing and it went completely wrong. I sped it up at the wrong bits. The titles were, it was just a mess. So, and I also thought when I was watching it back, I thought, well, if this is meant to be a process video, why speed it up? Because you know, you want to give people your thoughts. Oh, there's the Space Invader. You want to give people your thoughts as you're making stuff and doing stuff. So, I will I've got another one planned. It's underneath this one. I'll show you in a second. But I will do the other one literally piece by piece. Oh, God, what's she up to? See, this is what happens when you have a little helper. Mackerel, what are you doing? You're not meant to be in here. You're normally asleep by now. What are you doing? Yeah, I know. Food bowl's empty, is it? Are you going to get down? Because we're supposed to be videoing. Get off. Come on, down here. Mackerel. Come on, get down. It's a good girl. Good girl. She's not going to go. So, yeah, so I will, the one I've got planned, let me just shift El Cato, excuse me, is this one here. Sorry, cat shadow. This is the last piece of this fabric I've got, and it's got the most beautiful little birds on. I think they were old vintage curtains. Really? Come on, there's a good girl. Come on, look, down here. The sunshine's out. Go on. I'll try and video around the cat. Get off. Yeah, so I'm doing it on a piece of old denim. Oh my lord. Mackie, come on, there's a good girl. Come on. Good girl. Get down. No, you need to get down, love. How can we video with a cat in the way? You gonna get down? Thinking about it. You gonna get down? No. Anyway, when the cat's out of the way, that's what I'm going to be doing. Can't remember what else I told you. No, don't sit. There's a good girl. Come on, look, down here. Come on. Maggie Mac, down here. Good girl. There's a good girl. 5 minutes piece. Yes, I'm just starting to sort of think about what bits and pieces I want here. I'm not going to go any further because I want to do this all live. So I'll make this a quickish video, and then we'll do that one together. When you come to stitch these, you can do them, sorry, getting too close to the microphone there, a bit loud. You can do them by hand, you can do them on the machine, you can do them free motion, you can, you know, just use your normal foot. You do not have to do anything special. It's completely up to you. I like free motion because when it comes to doing bits like this, you know, you got to stop, start. Whereas free motion, you can just go around the whole thing. When I do this one, I will be highlighting these pieces here, and I think you can just see, yeah, very faint here. So I'm going to highlight these, and then, you know, maybe free motion around here. And again, free motion is so much easier to do. There's nothing, it's just a piece of thin, actually no it's not even backed, this piece, it's just the actual fabric. So what I will do is put some wadding behind it, because to get a lightly quilted look on it is really nice, it's really lovely. Same as this one. There's nothing on the back of here at the moment, the cat has destroyed everything. But the process will be, remove these bits here at first, stitch down the main pieces, this snippet trim here that I think I showed you. I don't know if I've showed you the snippet trim. Let me find the last piece I've got. There we are. This is one that I made previously. This is very easy to do. It's, you just, you know, get a piece of fabric, and I don't know if this will focus, there we are. you put all your snippets on the front, and then it's just, I've done 4 lines here. Excuse my nails, the constant hand washing is destroying my hands. And you just cut all your bits and pieces into little, you know, like there, and then just zigzag stitch to try and catch everything down. Doesn't matter if it's slightly hanging off. I mean, that's all part of the texture. Yeah, and that's called a snippet trim. And that is what's down here. So all these pieces will get sewn first. All the fabric here, this will get removed, this will get removed. So once all this is secure, I then go back in and do the trims, sometimes by hand, sometimes on the machine. And then for the bottom of this one, I've got a nice piece of vintage crochet well, yeah, crocheted lace, I guess you'd call it, which will, you know, be lovely. And part of the trick is to get mirrored. So I've got gold there, gold there, gold there to match up with the gold hanger up there. Focus, thank you, there. Yeah, and it helps the eye travel down the piece, so you're not just stuck on the hair, because that would be tempting to do that when you're looking at this. But to carry it on down, and you know, these are all my bits and bobs. So yeah, this is why we have a stash, people. I said ladies yesterday, and it's not just ladies. There are men that do this as well. So I'm just going to say people from now on. Again here, sorry, whiz down here. All the fabric will get stitched down first. The flowers will come off initially, and the beaded trim, all this will get stitched down. Probably free motion on this one. I do love free motion embroidery. I find it very free. It's lovely, obviously. Yeah, highlight all that, and yeah, and then take those off, and then just do those individually. Fabrics first, then the trims on top, etc, etc. So that's that, and let's fold that one away. Something else that I've decided to do, I was watching Roxy Creations this morning, and she's joined in with a hashtag. Now, I don't normally do this sort of thing, but Anne Brooke, textile artist, look for her on YouTube. She has started a challenge, basically. Excuse my nail, I trapped it in the door about 5 weeks ago, and obviously it bled under the nail, and I guess it's got to grow out, but it looks horrendous. It's not dirt, it's just, yeah. So if you follow the hashtag, if you're on Instagram, hashtag sew for the soul, and it's Han, Hanne made, handmade, and she's put out, I think it's 5 or 6 videos so far. And what we're doing is, or what, you know, I'm intending to join in, is basically this, but using bigger pieces of fabric and lots of hand stitching, not machine stitching. Everything stitched on by hand. Now, I'm going to do mine about 8 centimetres, and I'll show you. You don't want it too big because it'll take forever. So this piece is, say, about 5 centimetres. And I think just another 3 centimetres will give that a really nice, that'll be a nice size to work on. And as I say, go and watch her videos because they're very instructive. Instructive? Yes, instructive. And yeah, she's encouraging us all to start doing some more hand stitching. So I think it was the first one was all about choosing your fabric. So you start off with a strip of fabric. Roxy Creations is using a piece of vintage cotton. Anne Brooke is using wadding. It looks like a cotton wadding to me, and she's stitching directly onto that, which, you know, again, will give a really nice puffy look to it. I've actually got a load of cotton wadding because I didn't put wadding on my quilt that I made that I showed you, so I've got a ton of it at the moment, which is in a great big bag. I don't know if you can see it, that yellow one there, that is all polyester cotton wadding. So I might chop a chunk off there. Let me just slowly move you back. Yeah, so the first one is you choose your fabrics, then you can add lace, and then she starts introducing the stitches. So the first one is straight stitch. So I think I showed you my Shashiko needles in my sewing thingy. So I'm going to get those out, and I'm going to do sashiko straight stitching on mine. The next video she introduces Suffolk puffs, which are these things. I call them yo-yos, but yeah, Suffolk puffs, their proper name is. And I happen to have a tub full of little ones and big ones as well. So this will be good. There's some big ones there as well. It just gave me the idea to put them on this one here. Yeah, so Suffolk puffs. Whoop. And then introduce a stitch is French knots, the pistel stitch, bullion stitch. Sorry, going off screen there. As I say, she's got the videos that shows you how to do all these. The next thing she asks us to do is to add buttons. And let me just take you, sorry, close your eyes if you get seasick when I move. I'll tell you when I've stopped. Okay, right, I've stopped. I happen to have a tray with some vintage buttons in, which has now got stuck. Right, there we are. Anne uses these, the old vintage linen covered ones. You know, you can use whatever you like, really. If you're like me and you inherited, if you inherited some other people's buttons, use those. You know, I've got a whole, you know, thingy here full of buttons, so I'll leave those there for now. Right, hold tight. I'm just moving back to the table. Close your eyes for a second. I'll let you know when we're back. Okay, we're back. Yeah, so buttons, and then I think it was the April one, she introduced us to English paper piecing, which I do anyway, but using the little mini hexes. So I need to make some little mini ones, which is fine. I mean, they don't take long at all. Again, she's got full tutorials, and then she's adding bits and pieces. So safety pins was one thing that she added. I have got little diddy black ones somewhere. Don't know. Yeah, they're downstairs, I think. But I've also got these Tim Holtz ones. So I thought they would. Yeah, I got more than that, but they're in another box. So I thought I'd add some of those, and I think that's where we got up to basically. So, and it's all about on your strip of fabric, cotton, whatever you choose to back it with, you just put on fabrics that you like, and then you do the stitches over the top, and you add the yo-yos, etc, etc. So go and look at hers, it's amazing. As I say, Anne Brooke, textile artists, ignore that, that's the video thing that I was trying and failed. What was I going to say? Yeah, she takes you step by step basically. So and I've started following the hashtag on Insta as well, so that'll be interesting. So that's that. That'll be something, and the idea of that is it's all hand stitching, so that'll be something really nice to do a bit of TV sewing, or not a TV as I haven't got one, but you know, sewing. And I'm thinking of going completely wacky, because I do like my crazy flat neons and colours like that. Sorry, I'm just getting a box down. And you have to use thread obviously for your stitching, and I've got this, sorry, crinkly package, I've got this thread here, which is yes, right up my street. This is it's all the neon colours and obviously variegated. There's quite a lot left on here, so it might be enough for the whole project. I've got a couple of bobbins full of it, because I did use it for couch, what do you call it, couching anyway, stitching on the machine. If you put it, let's just say this is quite thick, and if you put it on your bobbin and kind of sew upside down, you can get this on the top. If you, yeah, does that make sense? If you stitch upside down basically on your sewing machine. I'll show you one day, don't worry. So I'm thinking of doing that and getting out all of my neon bright fabrics, because in my tub of yo-yos here there are some quite bright. I'm not really keen on the pink. I might do some little yo-yos Don't know. Yeah, haven't quite decided whether I've got quite a few black and white ones in there, but then I've also got these jumbo ones which are in all these colours. What are they? Oh, stitch flower things. Brooches. Couldn't think of the word. God dear. Right. That's a little crochet one. I love doing those. Anyway, pom-poms. No, don't want pom-poms. Oh, and crocheted things. Right. Yeah, I need to think about it a bit more. She's doing lovely sort of muted colours and what looks like tweed and stuff, and Roxy Creation was getting all of her vintage cottons and things out and ready to start hers. So yeah, I quite like that one, I must admit. Anyway, I'll have a look at the hashtag on Instagram and see, you know, just get a bit of inspiration of what other colours people are doing, and take it from there basically. So that'll be something that yeah, it's well, she said it's not a fast process. It is something to do as you want, really. So right, okay. Oh, I just want to say a very quick thank you to the two lovely ladies that have bought a couple of my gel printed art journals. I am very, very grateful. I won't say your names just in case you wish to remain anonymous. One is a subscriber, which I'm absolutely chuffed about. I love it. I love it when people buy my stuff. I really glad that there's other people out there that like things that I do. It's very very humbling, so thank you, ladies. Yeah, so anyway, I'm gonna stop here. I can't think of anything else that I told you on the other one that I've done this twice now, and I filmed it the wrong way, that way, and it was doing my head in, so it had done yours in. That was it. Yeah, so the handmade thing, yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop here. We'll do this one together. It might be a bit long. As I say, well, the last one, I messed it up. I put it on fast forward, and I thought, well, what's the point in doing a process video if you're going to fast forward it? People want to know your thinking behind what you're doing, and, you know, your placement and colour choice and stuff like that, you know. So I might as well do it in real time, and if you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. But I know in some process videos I follow Denise Lush, who does lots of mixed media work and gel printing and stuff, and I love her stuff, but she always puts it in fast forward, and I guess, you know, I'd rather sit and watch in maybe not real time, maybe, you know, a little bit sped up, but I think she does it in double time sometimes, and it's too fast. You miss what they're doing. So yeah, anyway, you just have to put up with me because I'm rubbish at editing. I did have something arrive yesterday. I told you about. 2 seconds, stay there. Ugh. My giant gel press has arrived. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell you how excited I am. Unfortunate thing is it came, the outer packaging's all broken, which is a bit of a pain, but never mind. I think it's workable. So I chose the gel press one over the Jelly Arts one, basically because it was half the price. I can't remember, was this one 30? I think it was £32, which seems a lot. But when it's a piece of equipment that you use quite a lot to make stuff, I'm sorry, I believe in investing. And I think I've said before, I went for the 8x10. Let me just get that down for you. I'll show you the size difference. This is my very messy 8x10. So that's about the same. So there you can see. You know, for me, it's going to be phenomenal. I can just print really big pieces of fabric now. And then I've always got this one here, which is the Ranger. I think it was Ranger, or was that gel press as well? I don't know. I'm terrible. I take all the packaging off. I'm a nightmare. You know, but this is another one. So that's it now. I've never got to buy another one. I don't know what the longevity of the gel press was. This was a Jelly Arts one. I remember that. But I think that one was the same price as I paid for that one. That's a few years ago, mind. But anyway, so yeah, I've got the huge one, which is that one there. Got it off Amazon. I think I told you yesterday or in a previous video. They sent me through a trial thing for 99p, so I went for that and got free shipping on this. Basically, it's just a bit annoying that the outer clamshells are all broken, because the one thing I do is keep them in the clamshells. But I know Tim Holtz has done a case for that 3 set there. They've done a case. I wonder if that... No, it's not going to be the same size, is it? Anyway, Susan will make do. Right. Yeah, so very excited. So guess what's going to be in the future? I'm going to play around with that one. And but now I need to get on and do this process video. You might find it helpful. You might think, what the heck is she on about? I will try and explain it, make it make sense. Leave in the comments if there's anything you don't understand and stuff like that. And yeah, so anyway, pop over to that lady. She's from up north. She's a right northerner from Yorkshire. So she won't appreciate me taking the mickey. Yeah, have a look. It's going to be fun, actually. I'm quite looking forward to it. So I like a bit of hand stitching. It just calms the mind and brings you back down to earth sometimes. So anyway, let's get on. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. The next video will be the process of doing this little boy here. Thank you very much. Bye.